What's up, Fitted Squad? This is Brad, aka Too Fitted, coming to you with another quick video. And today, I'm just gonna go ahead and answer some of the questions I've been getting lately. Had quite a few of you hitting me up, mostly about the bag. Almost everybody's asking me what's going on with the bag situation. Alright, so I got my bags from a company called Air Mexed, and that's M-E-X-T. It's basically a bag over coilover setup. So I have my BC coilovers. I remove the spring and just put the bag over top of it. And it's been a nightmare almost since the beginning. So when I got them, the reason I went with them is because I heard that they actually provide the bags for a lot of these other companies. They just go through them. They're like a wholesale distributor. And if you want to have a name or company name engraved on it, they'll do that for you. It was a lot cheaper. It was only about $350 to get all four, so that's why I went with it. A couple of the homies went with it as well. They had no issues, so I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. I went with it, and I got the exact same setup he got. One of the homies got. Everything arrived. It took maybe 3 to 4 weeks, but it arrived. And when it arrived, I wasn't ready to get everything because I still was waiting for my air management because that was back ordered. So fast forward a few months later, that finally shows up. We go to do the install. The first bag goes on perfect, no issues. Second bag, the hole for the top of it to go over the coilover was too small. So we had to go get a drill bit and then drill to basically make it fit, and then we got that in. That worked fine. Third one, same thing, had to drill that, got that to work, that was fine. Fourth one, before we checked to see, and we did find out we did have to drill, but before we did that, we noticed that there was no line for the actual air hose. But yeah, so there was no place to plug in the air hose at all, and so we weren't able to use that bag. So I messaged them. They're in China, by the way. So from when I messaged them, it was a big delay. So I will have to be online at like 11 p.m. Eastern to kind of get a good response from them. Other than that, it took a little while. Tried calling the number, and it was hard to get through to them. So it went back and forth for about a week before I could really get them to acknowledge what was going on. They didn't seem to understand what I was saying, even though I sent pictures. And then I finally called them again, just the timing. I called when they were open, and all they were like, okay, we'll check the email, because I think they had skipped a day. And so they went, checked the email, responded to me right away. And they finally got it. It took about a week for them to understand the issue that they had. But instead of trying to make it right by sending out another one or giving me a label to return it and sending anything, they wanted me to pay. It was $20, so it wasn't too bad. So I was like, look, let's just go ahead and do that. I'll pay that, and it was fine. I basically let them know, look, I need the same one that I had. Don't change anything. This is the same one that I need. And they sent a different one. They actually sent one for the front instead of the rear. So it took about 2 to 3 weeks for it to show up that time. And when that showed up, we tried to see if we could make it work, but it was just too different. It didn't work out. So now I have 2 bags from them that's not working for me. And it took a little bit back and forth before they finally, I think it was about another week before they were like, okay, we can do something for it. But instead, they wanted to charge me $80 to send out another one. And I told them that wasn't going to work. I did talk them down to doing the $20 again. And so they finally sent out another one. And of course, another 2 to 3 weeks for it to show up. And when this one showed up, it was perfect. The bag is great and everything. But now, the coilover that it goes on, now we're having an issue with that because it actually leaks. The air will leak sometimes from the top, sometimes from the bottom. But we were having an issue when we were looking at that coilover, just trying to get, when we were taking it apart. So we believe it's an issue with that coilover. So we're still trying to figure that part out. But all of the bags are okay now. But it's just the coilover, and the bag is leaking from the top of the coilover or the bottom part. So it's not the actual bag that's having an issue right now. So I'm trying to figure that out. And during this whole process, I've kind of lost a lot of interest in the car overall. I mean, yeah, it's cool airing out and everything, but I'm not able to fully do it exactly how I like. Like, the setup that I have is an Airlift 3P, but I'm not able to go through the calibration because it has that one fault with no bag in it. I'm still running the coilover in the back. So I'm not able to just press one button and lower it all the way down. Like, I have to go into manual mode, lower. I usually do the front two at once and then do the rear right by itself, and it's not the same effect. So it's not as, and then I don't have the rise on start. Like, I can't just press one button to raise all of them up. I have to do all of them separately, and trying to make sure they're even is a pain. So I've kind of lost a lot of interest in the car. There's a lot of little things I wanted to do to the car that I just kind of put off because I just really lost interest. I could definitely go back to coilovers, but at the same time, I do love the bags. I just need to finish everything on it. But at the same time, they announced a new Z, and I'm kind of really looking forward to trying to get that. So I'm like, do I spend more money on the car now? Do I part out now? Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do just yet. So that's kind of why I've been slowing down on the content. I'm still trying to get some of the homies and do their videos on their cars and stuff like that. But another thing is, I'm starting to do a lot more time at work. I'm trying to save so we can get a house. So it's a lot to it. I was trying to do a trip up to Georgia and then up to Maryland before the year was over, before the winter really. I'm not sure if I'm still gonna be able to do that or not. It kind of depends on this bag situation. If I can get it situated in a reasonable amount of time, I'll still make that trip, but we'll see. But yeah, that's kind of just an update on the bag situation. Once again, that company is Airmex. I mean, get what you pay for, I guess, but I was kind of hoping for a better experience with the company. They didn't really try to help out in the situation. Like, it felt like I had to fight to pay them to send out something after they messed up. So definitely not a fan of that. But yeah, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in. Please like, comment, subscribe, and as always, stay fit. Peace.